Welcome to the Bakersfield City Council meeting. This television broadcast is brought to you by the local cable companies, the County of Kern, and the City of Bakersfield. You can watch the rebroadcast of this meeting Saturday at 7 p.m., Sunday at 10 a.m., and the following Wednesday at 7 p.m. You can download the agenda for this meeting at www.bakersfieldcity.us. Presiding over this evening's meeting, the Honorable Mayor Karen K. Go.
Good evening. It's my pleasure to call to order the 5:15 regular City Council meeting of December 14th, 2022. Madam Clerk, please read the roll.
Mayor Go.
Here.
Vice Mayor Weir. Councilmember Arias.
Here.
Councilmember Gonzalez.
Here.
Councilmember Smith.
I'm here.
Councilmember Freeman.
Here.
Councilmember Gray.
Here.
And Councilmember Parlier.
Here.
Thank you. Well, welcome everyone to the installation and valediction ceremony for the 55th City Council of the City of Bakersfield. We have the pleasure tonight of having Pastor Oscar Anthony of St. Peter's Restoration Community Christian Ministries to offer the invocation. And then following the invocation, we'd ask you to remain standing for the presentation of the colors by the Bakersfield Police Department. And then Sarah Simpson, who is the Ward 3 Youth Commissioner, is going to lead us in the pledge. Sarah is a junior at Highland High School, and she was appointed by Vice Mayor Weir with a 4.0 GPA. Would you all please stand? Pastor Anthony.
Father, we first of all thank you for this occasion that we can come together as a community to bless and pray for the leaders of the city of Bakersfield, the mayor, city council, all department heads, and all the rank and files. We realize our unique relationship with you. The earth is yours, and we are part of it. With our diversity, we ask you to bless our leaders, those who have served in the past, and those who will be installed tonight to give a new leadership vision. We ask you to bless us and bless our city, Father, as we carry out peace and safety for our community. We thank you. It's in your Son's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Color guard.
Salute. Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Pastor Anthony. You may be seated. So sorry. Well, welcome everyone. What a joy it is to see this auditorium packed, to see family, to see friends, to see dignitaries all assembled. But tonight we're all dignitaries. We're all very, very special people because of the love that binds us as a city, as a community, and as a country. And I just want to recognize, I know we have many family and friends here. Family, welcome. So good to see all of you. Also, I think we have a couple of current elected officials. Trustee from the Kern Community College District, Nan Gomez Heitzberg. Thank you so much for being here. And then also a trustee from the Central Unified School District, Board Vice President Nandeep Singh. Thank you so much for being here. We also have an entire row, an entire chamber of dignitaries. I'm hoping you'll all be able to visit and get to see them in a little while outside. So now, Madam Clerk, I'm going to ask you to read the next item.
Resolution number 190-2022, declaring the results of the general municipal election for the election of council members for wards 1, 3, 4, and 7, and Charter Amendment Measure L, held in the city of Bakersfield on November 8th, 2022.
Thank you. Councilmember Parlier.
Motion to approve.
You have a motion? Please cast your votes.
Mayor Go, can we have a roll call vote?
Oh, yes. Roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Weir. Councilmember Arias.
Aye.
Councilmember Gonzalez.
Aye.
Councilmember Smith.
Yes.
Councilmember Freeman.
Aye.
Councilmember Gray.
Aye.
And Councilmember Parlier.
Aye.
Motion is approved with the Vice Mayor Weir being absent.
Thank you. And now, Councilmember Parlier, will you join me at the podium, please? We're so grateful, Councilmember Parlier. 8 years of service, outstanding service to Ward 7, outstanding service to the citizens of Bakersfield. A friend, a passionate constituent services council member. I know how much you care about those that you have served, and we've all, as council members up there, been able to observe that, and I know your constituents have. You've served as vice mayor, 2018, 2020. You've championed the reinstatement actually, hopefully not the retirement, of the motorcycle policing. I know you were really passionate about that. Facilitating policy development for best practices for body cameras, and I think, officers, you're all wearing those tonight. You've supported violence intervention. You've pushed for the let's try that again, shot spotter technology, and that's been amazing, saving many, many lives, helping our police to arrive really quickly. Park rangers, you were the champion of that, and a catalyst for our increased presence in Sacramento, getting our lobbyists in place. Thanks for representing our city on LAFCO, helping to build relationships, streamlining the annexation process. Thank you for advocating for the regular reviews, the updates to the animal control. I know we have many passionate people who are very appreciative of all of that, and serving on the water board and helping then our taxpayers. But tonight, we want to just honor you for all of those, but for who you are as a person. And it's just my pleasure to have worked with you. I know your council members are going to say the same thing, and so it's my pleasure to be able to present a little token from the mayor, the mayor's medal, and then also from your colleagues, from the staff. Presented to Chris Parlier, Councilmember Ward 7, in appreciation of your 8 years of leadership, dedicated service, and your commitment, to the citizens of Bakersfield. God bless you. Thank you so much. not going away yet. If you would just stay here, I'm going to invite City Manager Clegg, Public Works Director, Fire and Police down here.
Thank you, Mayor Go. It is indeed a pleasure to honor Councilmember Parlier this evening, and we have a few official, maybe not totally official, street signs to present to Councilmember Parlier. First, for 8 years of service, Councilmember Parlier. We wanted to do something special for his deep love for his team.
Oh my gosh.
And this one looks the most official of all, although please don't put it up on your street. Chris Parlier Way. And what is the Chris Parlier Way? We talked about, should it be street, avenue? We said, no, it's Chris Parlier Way. And so, for my 2 cents, having a chance to work with Councilmember Parlier for the last almost 3 years, what is the Chris Parlier Way? Chris is a man of principle, a man of integrity. He does serve his constituents, as the mayor pointed out, with deep emotion. And for those that may not have been present, earlier this summer, when Chris had announced that he would not be seeking re-election, to see this chamber filled with diverse constituents from across Ward 7 and say, sorry, Chris, friend of Ward 7, big deal. That's the Chris Parlier Way.
Well, Councilmember Parlier, I'll present this to you. On behalf of the Public Works Department, I have the honor of presenting this small token of appreciation to you for your service, your support for the Public Works Department, and your vision. We hope that this small token brings you warm memories as you look at the photograph that's underneath.
Thanks, Greg. Can we open it?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's Christmas. Rip it open. Or give me a hand.
Yeah, sure.
Oh my gosh. It's really nice. For those who don't know, Greg, we hired him away from Naples, Florida. And my dad, who recently passed, from Naples, Florida, and I grew up there a little bit too. So this is a
Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, congratulations. I didn't prepare anything. You and I spoke on the phone a little bit earlier today, and I expressed my appreciation for all that you've done to kind of follow the city manager's words. You've been a friend of Ward 7. You've also been a friend of public safety, a friend of the fire department, a friend of mine, and a friend of ours. We definitely appreciate everything you've done, not just for the fire department, but for the community. You'll be a long-lasting friend, a friend forever with the members of the fire department. And the gentleman behind me has something great for you, and hope you appreciate it.
Thanks, John.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Wow. So, Councilmember Parlier, I have the distinct honor to present this to you tonight for your dedicated, faithful, and selfless service to the city of Bakersfield. You made a vow to put public safety as a top priority, and you fulfilled that vow. And most of all, you put up with us. So, Chris, you're not just our council member. In fact, you're not our friend. You're forever a brother. We'll miss you.
Can I put it on real quick?
We'll stand on.
Bring them a fire.
Chief. Let's get one this way.
All right.
Yeah, it's already been said many times before, but you are a friend of public safety, and you've been, we've had a relationship over the last several years, and you've helped shepherd a new police chief, and I very much appreciate that. But really, what you've done for our community and the service to our community and advocating for public safety, pushing us to be better, and then giving us the resources to be better. And on behalf of the men and women of the police department, thank you for your service to us, to our community, and we wish you well.
Thanks so much.
Congratulations.
Chief.
You bet. Don't go anywhere. Just sort of a token or representation of
Okay.
your most recent impact on us. So you were pushing us to bring back the motorcycle unit, so now you have your very own retired motorcycle helmet.
Oh my
To Chris
gosh.
Parlier, City of Bakersfield, Councilmember Ward 7. We're at 14 now, and we're going to keep going. Thanks very
Wonderful.
much. Yeah.
Thanks, Greg. Thank you. Thank you. I might not get it off. Here, turn this way.
That for Councilmember Parley. Oh. Well, Fire Chief Parlier and Police Chief Parlier and Councilmember Parlier, we'd love to hear from you now.
Thank you, Mayor. Boy, it's quite humbling, and I hope to get through what I thought I was going to say. But I want to start with recognition of my beautiful wife, Debbie, who has been by my side for so many years, and she is the epitome of being a partner through sickness and health. And I want to thank you so much for that. To my children, I have the best children. My daughter and my son are here with their wonderful spouses. They married well, and I'm so happy for that. To my friends on the council, both past and present, but I'm going to address this council. You've been my friends, and staff, directors, and other staff that I've worked with throughout the 8 years. We've had an opportunity to get together and have lunch and talk on the phone or meet in person this last week and just share stories and all the good times that we had. It's funny, you never remember anything bad. It's all good at this point. And it really has been all good. And I can't thank you enough, again, for your friendship. It really is a camaraderie up here. We're a very unique city, I think, when you look at other cities that I think everybody up here focuses on Bakersfield as their client, regardless of their ward. And that's what's important to them. Jenny, we talked earlier today, you know, how special you are to me. You're just a wonderful city attorney. And if I ever get in trouble, I'm calling you. Christian, you're a great find for the city of Bakersfield. You're taking the city in just a really good direction. And thank you so much, and thank you for being so magnanimous to me. I also want to give a shout out to Alan Tandy, who really helped set the stage for the city where it's at now, and we're able to take it to the next level, or my predecessor will be able to take it to the next level. I also want to thank everybody in this audience, my constituents, the people of Ward 7 that have supported me. Manpreet, you're going to get the hot seat here in a second. And I know you're going to do a great job. Only words of advice I would say is buckle up, because this ride has some twists and turns in it sometimes, but you're going to do fine. Now, it's been one of my biggest honors and privileges of my life to have represented Ward 7 and served the city of Bakersfield. But any of my accomplishments have not been done by myself. There's no I statement in this. If you're doing it right, it's always a team effort. And with my colleagues, the friends, the community, we made things happen, but it wasn't on my own volition. Everything was with the support of others. And with that, I bid you good night, and God bless Bakersfield.
Thank you so much, team player, Councilmember Parlier. Colleagues, would you like to offer comments? Councilmember Freeman.
Well, Chris, I'd like to say the pleasure has really been ours. You've added a great deal to this council. Chris has always been very balanced and analytical, looked at all the facts. There's no way you could really lobby Chris. He's an independent thinker, and I think that was great. He brought wonderful expertise for law enforcement that the rest of us just don't have. I wondered, can we call you for free consulting after this? Because
Do I get to wear my helmet?
okay, if you could, well, on the phone you can put your helmet on and talk, because some of us, like myself, are pretty clueless about the details of how law enforcement works. And Chris has taught us a lot and really helped us through a number of ordinances and issues. But mainly, and I also want to thank you for your friendship. Chris is right, it's important that we all be friends, because that's how we get things done. We see other councils, we see this stuff on TV, you see fist fights, people screaming. Well, that hasn't ever happened here, but I think everybody on this council has the same attitude. They respect each other, and we're really going to miss you, Chris. I mean, he's just been a wonderful council member. That's about all I can say. That's a pretty good legacy to take with you. So thanks for your service, and thanks for your friendship.
Thank you.
Councilmember Arias.
Chris, it has been a wonderful 2 years to get to work with you, get to know you. When I first came on council, I mean, you were kind of the first guy who, came up and said, "Hey, my name's Chris, and I want to work with you." And we've partnered on so many different things. Whether that be figuring out which uniforms our park rangers are going to wear, to literally digging up sand over at the Greenfield Community Garden, holding Ward 1 and Ward 7 trunk or treats together, and going over to the house and enjoying time with the family. And you're a champion for the city of Bakersfield. You're a true leader. And I have few words for how great of a friend you've been. And you've done a great service to the city of Bakersfield. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Councilmember Gonzalez.
Thank you, Mayor. Councilmember Parlier, congratulations on a job well done. There's a number of things I want to say tonight, but I'll keep it short. I guess the thing that I'm most impressed by in your service on the city council is your ability to react in real time to many of the requests and concerns and issues that your constituents bring forward. I think it's not always obvious to the general public how many constituent calls and emails and text messages and letters that any one of us receive every single day. And you've had a proactive stance going out into the areas of Ward 7, identifying specific issues, addressing them right away, but then also being very responsive to those of your neighbors and constituents whenever they had a concern, and that is to be commended. And I've always tried to keep up with you and continue to try to keep up with the level of work that you've committed yourself to. You know, we had an opportunity to get together for lunch the other day and reminisce, and one of the things that you and I talked about was you know, our ability to work together on many substantive issues, but also at times disagreeing and being on the other side of the issue. And I like to think that when we were working together, we were unstoppable, and we were working against one another. I was unstoppable. But in honesty, I think that the fact that even when we disagreed, we agreed that we wouldn't let that interfere with our working relationship and our personal relationship, and that once the issue was over, we moved on to other work. And I think that is, speaking to Councilmember Freeman, that is really the spirit of this council. The reality is that we all bring different points of view and different concerns and ideas and even values to this dais, but the spirit is the same. We are working towards a better Bakersfield. And certainly, Bakersfield is better because of your service. One last thing, you know, they say politics is a contact sport, and another contact sport that we celebrate in Bakersfield is ice hockey. So I want to leave you with, thanks to the Bakersfield Condors, a jersey from the Bakersfield Condors. Who's taking a photo?
Councilmember Gray. Councilmember Gray.
Well, Chris, it's been a short 2 years for me. It has flown by. I cannot believe that it's already been 2 years. But when I came onto this dais, I came on as a colleague of yours. And I'm going to keep this real short because I'm going to cry. And I have a tendency to do that, if any of you know me very well. But we're leaving as friends. And you're my brother in Christ. And I will forever honor that relationship. So thank you so much for letting me be part of your journey. That is now you're starting a whole new chapter of your life with your beautiful family. And there's just, as I said in my card to you, the best is yet to come. Yes, God bless you.
And Councilmember Smith, please.
Councilman, I've been here the longest working with you, 8 years, the total 8 years. I was here when you got here, and it's been a great run for both of us. We've accomplished a lot for the city together. I believe deeply that the city of Bakersfield would not be as good a city as it is today without your work. And so working with you towards those goals has been a pleasure and always professional. And look forward to having lunch with you on Friday. God bless.
Thank you so much. And now, as Councilmember Parlier departs from up here, I'm going to invite Councilmember Arias, Councilmember Smith, and Councilmember-elect Kaur to join the city clerk down there. Thank you so much, Councilmember Parlier. Give it up for him. Councilmember Arias, Councilmember Smith, Councilmember Weir will receive the oath of office at a later date. You all may be seated.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that you bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California, that you take this obligation freely without any mental reservations or purpose of evasion, and you will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which you are about to enter?
Congratulations, council members. And photographers, are you finished with photos? Once we do that, then council members, if you would take your seat at the dais. Right, council members, would you take your seat now at the dais, please? Go ahead and take the media photo. All right, come on up here. There's a shortcut this way. Welcome and congratulations to all of you. Councilmember Arias, Councilmember Smith, actually Vice Mayor Weir, and now Councilmember Kaur. So at this time, I'd like to invite Councilmember Kaur to offer some remarks, and you're welcome to introduce your special guests at this time. Okay, so
there you go.
Pull it towards you.
Rookie year. Okay, I might need to stand because I'm not as tall as Chris. All right, good evening, everyone, and to everyone in attendance, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. To be seen in places of power is to be seen with dignity, it's to be seen with respect, it's to be seen with optimism, it's to be seen. And we look to empower at the margins. This victory is all of ours. I am humbled beyond words, honored beyond words to be the voter's choice as the city council member for Ward 7. This win is all of ours. And to the voters who might have had a different candidate in mind, know that I will work for all of Ward 7. I will work for all of the city of Bakersfield. And I hope you'll join me in my good efforts to make our city the great city that it is that we love. Ward 7 residents, thank you for opening your doors to me and sharing your deepest cares and concerns for your families and for our communities. So many people have lifted me up for us to get here, and I'm nothing without the community that has raised me. From my teachers in Greenfield Union School District, Panama Buena Vista, Ridgeview High School, my former principal, Steve Holmes, is here, my 8th grade English teacher, Miss DP, is here, to the librarians at the public libraries where I learned English, to the countless people who made this campaign a success. I want to also thank each and every person who I am incredibly honored by to receive their endorsement, who have been working in this community far longer than I have. Dolores Huerta, civil rights icon. Bill Thomas, former U.S. Congress member. Russell Johnson, former City Council member of Ward 7. Michael Bowers, former City Planning Commissioner for the City of Bakersfield. Rick Judge, the Kern County Planning Commissioner. Raji Kaur Brard, who was the first Sikh woman elected to a city council in the state of California. My mentor. And the former city council member of the city of Arvin. And Nan Gomez, we recognize you as well. Thank you for being here. Historic win. Rudy Salas, former assembly member, and looking forward to serving with you in the community, and so many people in the community who have helped me get here today. All of you are here. Saad Sangh ji, thoda teh dilon dhannawad. But I'll get back to Punjabi in a second. We have a shared destiny, a shared future. And I am a city planner, so naturally I see people and places as a pair. I am also the daughter of Punjab, which translates to the land of 5 rivers. I'm the daughter of the Central Valley, the same land that produced civil rights icons like Dolores Huerta, the same land that holds a city like Allensworth, formed brick by African Americans. Even one of the main arteries in this city, Ming Avenue, is named after the potato king, Ming Liang Yen. The cuisine at Wool Growers that reminds us of the French Basque roots laid in Kern, the Manong farm workers who show a rich Filipino history in Kern County and our diversity, and the hard histories of our Kern County. And of course, the first residents of Kern County, the Yokuts tribe, or the Tulamni, who were the inhabitants of the very land we now call home. This placemaking gives each of us a feeling of being a part of the fabric of our community. And today we grow that fabric into a more beautiful quilt. My story is that of any person who grew up in Ward 7 or Bakersfield and the Central Valley. I'm a first-generation child of immigrants, still navigating the systems with my community. I learned English at our public libraries, reading book after book, maxing out on how many books you can check out. And I made my closest friends on the bus rides to school. I'm a small piece in the long line of people who have found home in America for safety and opportunity. And it is my Sikh faith tradition that has been my North Star in always centering community work, to center Nimrita, Nichon Uch Kare Mera Gobind, and that's my guiding light. A tradition that breaks the social, economic, and political divides and unites people through love and community, through greater purpose. But I would be remiss if I didn't say that we have work to do. There are voices, lived realities still missing from these same decision-making bodies. And I make a commitment today to share the seat and the table. Again, this win is all of ours. And now I would like to address my Sikh Punjabi community here, because this is, of course, historic, being the first Sikh Punjabi elected to the city of Bakersfield. ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਦਾ ਸ਼ੁਕਰਾਨਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੀ ਹਾਂ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਸੇਵਾ ਜੋਗੇ ਸਮਝਿਆ, ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਸ਼ੁਕਰਾਨਾ ਕਰਦੀ ਹਾਂ। ਬਾਬੇ ਬੁੱਲ੍ਹਾ ਸ਼ਾਹ ਲਿਖਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਨੀਵਾਂ ਤੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਉੱਚੇ, ਮੈਂ ਨੀਵਾਂ ਤੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਮੁਰਸ਼ਦ ਉੱਚੇ, ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਉੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਸੰਗ ਲਾਈ, ਮੈਂ ਸਦਕੇ ਜਾਵਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਉੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੀਵਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਨਿਭਾਈ। ਅਕਸਰ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਵਰਗੇ ਦੇਸ਼ਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਬਜ਼ੁਰਗ ਸੋਨੇ ਦਾ ਪਿੰਜਰਾ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਜਾਂ ਮਿੱਠੀ ਜੇਲ੍ਹ। ਘਰੋਂ ਦੂਰ ਬੈਠੇ ਪਿੰਡਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਦੂਰ ਰੋਟੀ ਕਮਾਉਣ ਲਈ ਬੇਅੰਤ ਸੇਵਾਵਾਂ ਤੇ ਸੈਕਰੀਫਾਈਸ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋਏ ਆਪਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਨਿੱਕੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਬਣਾਈ ਆ ਬੇਕਰਸਫੀਲਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਆਪਾਂ ਇੱਕ ਆਪਣਾ ਘਰ ਵਸਾਇਆ ਇੱਥੇ। ਹੁਣ ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਪਰਿਵਾਰਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਦੂਰ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਕੰਮਾਂ 'ਤੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਟਰੱਕਾਂ 'ਤੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਹਸਪਤਾਲਾਂ 'ਤੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਲੰਬੀਆਂ ਸ਼ਿਫਟਾਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋਏ। ਇੱਕ ਉਮੀਦ ਰੱਖੇ ਕਿ ਵੀ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਇੰਨੀਆਂ ਆਸਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਪਰਿਵਾਰਾਂ 'ਤੇ, ਆਪਣੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ 'ਤੇ, ਅਤੇ ਉਹ ਅੱਜ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਆਸਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਪੂਰੀਆਂ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਅੱਜ ਆਪਾਂ ਉਹ ਪਿੰਜਰੇ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਆਪ ਖੋਲ੍ਹਿਆ ਵਾ। ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਇਹ ਕਮਾਈ ਕਰਕੇ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਹਾਰਡ ਵਰਕ ਕਰਕੇ ਅੱਜ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਖੜ ਕੇ ਦੇਖਦੀ ਆ ਕਿ ਵੀ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਨੇ ਬੇਕਰਸਫੀਲਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਤਿਹਾਸ ਲਿਖਿਆ। ਅਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਇਹ ਜਿੱਤ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਆ, ਇਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਕਮਾਈ ਦਾ ਫਲ ਆ। ਅਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆਹ ਨੈਕਸਟ ਜਨਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਆ, ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕਮਾਈਆਂ ਦੇ ਫਲ ਮੰਨ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਅਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਬੇਅੰਤ ਕੁਰਬਾਨੀਆਂ ਕਰਕੇ ਹੀ ਆ। ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੀ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਤਾਕਤ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਹਰਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੀ, ਅਤੇ ਇਹ ਆਪਾਂ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਸਾਬਤ ਕੀਤਾ ਵਾ ਇਸ ਇਲੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ। ਇਹ ਆਪਣੀ ਹੋਂਦ ਦੀ ਲੜਾਈ ਸੀ, ਜਿਵੇਂ ਦੀਪ ਸਿੱਧੂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸੀ। ਜਦੋਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਹੱਕ ਮੰਗਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਸਾਡੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਡ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ ਸੀ, ਪਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਸੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਕੌਮ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਾਰੀ ਅੱਡ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ। ਸਾਨੂੰ ਅੱਡ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਤਾਂ ਸੰਸਾਰ ਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਰਿਵਾਜ ਬਣ ਗਿਆ ਵਾ, ਅਤੇ ਇਹ ਆਦਤ ਬਣ ਗਈ ਆ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ। ਪਰ ਸਾਡੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਖਾਸ ਬਣਾਇਆ, ਅਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਖਾਸ ਬਣ ਕੇ ਹੀ ਰਵਾਂਗੇ। ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਜ਼ਫਰਨਾਮਾ ਲਿਖ ਕੇ ਔਰੰਗਜ਼ੇਬ ਨੂੰ ਹਰਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਸੀ, ਅਤੇ ਇਹ ਲੜਾਈ ਤਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਲਈ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਸੌਖੀ ਸੀਗੀ, ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਛੋਟੀ ਸੀ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਉਸ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਹੀ ਬੱਚੇ ਹਾਂ। ਅਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੀ ਭੈਣ ਬਣ ਕੇ, ਬੇਟੀ ਸਮਝ ਕੇ ਸਵੀਕਾਰ ਕੀਤਾ। ਮੈਂ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਭਰ ਇਹ ਪਿਆਰ ਅਤੇ ਮਾਣ ਨੂੰ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖੂੰਗੀ। ਮੇਰੀ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਆ ਕਿ ਆਪਣੀਆਂ ਬੇਟੀਆਂ, ਪੋਤੀਆਂ, ਦੋਤੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਉਹੀ ਮਾਣ, ਪਿਆਰ, ਹੌਸਲਾ ਦਿਓ, ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਮੇਰੇ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਹੁਣ ਮੇਰੇ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਅੱਗੇ ਆ ਸਕਣ। ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲਈ ਮੈਂ ਇਸ ਸੇਵਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਾਜ਼ਰ ਹਾਂ। ਅੱਜ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਮਾਣ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਵਾ। ਇਹ ਜਿੱਤ, ਇਹ ਕੁਰਸੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਆ। ਅਤੇ ਆਖਿਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਦੇ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਦਾ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰਦੀ ਹਾਂ, ਅਤੇ ਖਾਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਦੀ ਨਾਨੀ ਦਾ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੀ ਹਾਂ, ਜੋ ਅੱਜ ਆਏ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ। ਮੇਰੀ ਨਾਨੀ ਨਰਿੰਜਨ ਕੌਰ। ਨਾਨੀ, ਜੋ ਸੁੱਖ ਅਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਮੰਨ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ, ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕਰਕੇ ਆ। ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਦੁੱਖ ਵੀ ਲੱਗ ਕੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਤੱਤੀ ਵਾਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਣ ਦਿੱਤੀ। ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਤਹਿ ਦਿਲੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ ਕਰਦੀ ਹਾਂ, ਪਰ ਮੈਂ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਭਰ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਦੇਣ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੂਰਾ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੀ। ਅਤੇ ਆਖਿਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ, ਅੱਜ ਮੈਂ ਜੇ ਖੜੀ ਹਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਕਰਕੇ ਖੜੀ ਹਾਂ, ਅਤੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਵੀ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਵਧਣਾ ਵਾ। ਅਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਲਈ ਇਹ ਜਿੱਤ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਜਿੱਤ ਆ, ਅਤੇ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਲਈ ਇੱਕ ਨਵਾਂ ਦਿਨ ਆ। ਅਤੇ ਬਸ ਇਹਦੇ ਲਈ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਜੇ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਭੁੱਲ ਚੁੱਕ ਹੋਈ ਤਾਂ ਮਾਫ਼ ਕਰਿਓ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ।
Thank you, Councilmember Kaur. Congratulations. We're so glad to have you join the team. And now, Councilmember Eric Arias. This is actually your first full term. Congratulations on your reelection.
Thank you, Mayor. And thank you, everyone, for coming. And before I dive into my remarks, I just want to welcome the new council member, Member Kaur. We are so excited for you to join us and have you help push us forward. The city of Bakersfield is in such an incredible position to continue down the path of progress, and I know that you're going to be a great addition to this team, so thank you. I'll start by saying that at the close of the filing deadline, I was humbled to not have an opponent. And I attribute that to much of the good work that we've been able to deliver for working families in Southeast Bakersfield. And like Councilmember Parlier mentioned, it wasn't just me that made it happen, right? It was community members. It was working with each of my colleagues, whether that be Councilmember Gonzalez on, transforming Union Avenue with Caltrans, along with Councilmember Bob Smith, whether that's, doing fun stuff like trunk or treats, with Councilmember Parlier, or making sure that we can deliver and keep our assets safe in our parks with our new Park Ranger program. The list goes on, but there are so many projects that in 2 years alone, everyone knows that the government can kind of work slowly sometimes. And so there's a lot of work that we need to continue forward on, including ensuring that we can bring the next grocery store to Southeast Bakersfield, to make sure that we have street lights on every corner, and that we're continuing to reduce the response times of our law enforcement officers when folks are in crisis. Thank you. So I just want to thank everyone for coming. I think this crowd is beautiful. It is so great to see everybody coming out, and I hope that you'll join us for many more meetings to come. But with that, I just want to say I'm humbled, and I'll take a moment to just recognize a couple of people who have helped me along the way. So if I call your name, please stand up so that I can recognize you. I'll start with my beautiful family. My father, Salvador Arias. My mother, Monica Arias. She's going to kill me for doing this, but these two individuals are my spark, my light, and my ongoing sounding board for all my crazy ideas. So I just want to thank you for putting up with me and leading me down this path, so thank you. I'll also recognize my sister. She is one of the four, Lillian Arias. And of course, recognize a few of my mentors. I'll go rather quickly because I know we've got a lot to get to tonight. Obviously, Assemblymember Rudy Salas, civil rights icon Dolores Huerta, and a number of my friends here, Rick, Raji, and so many more that I would be able to see had I worn my contacts tonight. But thank you so much for being here, and God bless you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Councilmember Arias. We are glad to have you back. And now, Councilmember Smith, congratulations on your re-election. So glad to have you. Would you offer remarks too? And just before you start, I just want to make sure that anyone who's standing, if you can come and find a seat so that we can make sure for fire reasons that we are compliant. Councilmember Smith.
Thank you, Mayor.
Congratulations.
I want to thank my wife and my family for their support. It's 10 years now, and I have 4 more on this great job. I am passionate about my wife and my family, and also the city of Bakersfield, and I appreciate the opportunity to work on that passion to make Bakersfield better. Bakersfield, as you can see by this council, is a diverse community and a hardworking community, and it's great to be a part of it and to work with these colleagues to continue to make Bakersfield the city that we all envision it to be. Thank you.
Congratulations, Councilmember Smith. So glad to have you back. And now I'm going to invite our wonderful pastor back for the benediction, and after that we will take a little break and then you can greet one another. So would you all please stand as Pastor Anthony now comes. And before you do that, also I should offer my congratulations to Vice Mayor Weir, who also was reelected. Unfortunately, he was not able to join us tonight. Pastor Anthony.
Yes, thanks, Mayor Go. We have friendship and relationship that goes a long way with all of you. We want to thank you for inviting me to pray to our city council, and this is not the only time we hold you up in prayer. And I want to personally say we welcome you. Congratulations to our new city council lady. The benediction means the final blessings. And that's what we're here to do, is to ask for God's blessings. The words of love and harmony was very meaningful here. And we know the hard task of being one with our diversity, but we pray for you. Father, we thank you for this momentous and historical occasion of bringing your community and city of Bakersfield further and more deeper together. We pray that you would bless our leaders, give them wisdom and harmony and reason. We ask you to protect our city and help our community, our neighborhoods, be in agreement with all of the policies and practices that bring harmony to our neighborhood. We love you. We thank you. In your son's name, amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Pastor Anthony. And now feel free to join our newly elected officials in the lobby for about 10 minutes of a little break before we start our meeting again. Thank you all for being here. At this time, we will reconvene the City Council meeting of December 14th, 2022. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Mayor Go,
Here.
Vice Mayor Weir, Councilmember Arias, Councilmember Gonzalez,
Here.
Councilmember Smith,
I am here.
Councilmember Freeman,
Here.
Councilmember Gray,
Here.
and Councilmember Kaur.
Here.
Thank you. Here are a few guidelines to help our meeting run smoothly. And before I start that, let's get everyone seated. And then let's close the door. So yes, those of you who are standing, welcome. There's plenty of seats, and we welcome you. We request that you turn off your phones. Please be courteous in the use of cameras and videos, and for safety reasons, and as courtesy to others, no signs are allowed in the council chamber or in the lobby. Applause is allowed during the presentations portion of the meeting, but not during other portions of the meeting. Everyone in attendance is expected to adhere to the rules of decorum established by resolution of the City Council. Failure to abide by the city's rules of decorum, including any disruptive behavior that interferes with our ability to have an orderly and efficient meeting, prevents the City Council from conducting the business of the city. Consider this a first warning to everyone in attendance that conduct that disrupts this meeting may result in expulsion and/or the chambers being cleared. Behavior that disrupts the meeting includes repetitive statements, going off topic, shouting, outbursts from the audience, and surpassing the 2-minute time limit. Madam Clerk, next item, please.
Public statements.
Thank you. And as previously displayed on the television screens in front of you, we have interpreters present for the Spanish and Punjabi languages for those who need interpretation services during the meeting, specifically with item 8D. Please see the interpreters at the City Council chambers front doors for more information. And in keeping with Council's resolution, the public statements portion is now divided into 2 periods. There's a period for items listed on the meeting agenda and for items not on the meeting agenda. Statements for items listed on tonight's agenda are given a 2-minute time limit, 20 minutes per total per agenda item. The consent calendar as a whole constitutes 1 agenda item. Statements regarding items not listed on the agenda are given a 2-minute time limit, 20 minutes total. If you have written comments that are longer than your verbal statement, give them to the city clerk, who will give copies to the council. And if you're here to make a public statement, please fill out a public speaker card, give your completed card to the clerk. We ask that you mark whether you're here to speak on an item listed on tonight's agenda or on a matter not on the agenda. Speakers who do not identify a specific agenda item will be presumed speakers for the non-agenda portion. Those speakers will be called during the non-agenda portion of the meeting. If you're here on consent calendar hearing item 9A or 9B, now is not the time to speak. You'll be given an opportunity to speak when that item is called later during the meeting. We're very interested and concerned with your issues. However, due to the public notice requirement of the Brown Act, the council cannot take action when an item isn't on the agenda. The council can, however, refer your matter to committee or request that staff contact you. Madam Clerk, do we have any speakers regarding items listed on tonight's agenda?
Mayor Go, we have not received any speaker cards for items listed on tonight's agenda. However, staff provided a memorandum to council transmitting correspondence received for item 8D.
Thank you. And now, Madam Clerk, do we have public speakers regarding items not listed on the agenda?
Mayor Go, it seems I've received a speaker card for items listed on tonight's agenda from Edward Robinson.
Go ahead and please call the public speaker.
Good evening.
Welcome. Please introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Edward Robinson, resident of Ward 5, and I'm an Army veteran. I'm a community social work practitioner, and I'm just interested in understanding, or if someone could highlight why the bid for the purchase of a truck with a custom stake bed for solid waste division was rejected. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Robinson. Madam Clerk, now let's move on to those speakers for items not on the meeting agenda.
Tejpal Singh.
Welcome. Please introduce yourself, and would you move the microphone? It's a bit low for you. Just you can bend it up. There you go.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Tejpal Singh from Bakersfield Lions Cricket Club. First of all, I would like to congratulate the newly elected members. I thank you for extending this opportunity to our club to participate in the Kaiser Permanent Sports Village Focus Group. We submitted more than 1,000 signed petitions with addresses in support of requesting city officials to allocate cricket field to Bakersfield's Lions Cricket Club, where our local players and youngsters of the age groups between 8 to 19 can participate and play their league and tournament matches. In Bakersfield, we have more than 30,000 people of Indian origin with no cricket ground for them to practice, play, or coach their favorite sport to youngsters. All other communities in Bakersfield are very well served with several soccer fields, American football fields, tennis courts, basketball courts, golf courses, swimming pools, the list goes on and on. But there is not even a single cricket ground for our Bakersfield players to play the world's second most popular sport. USA is going to co-host and participate in the 2024 Cricket World Cup. Many other states, cities, and counties are providing huge support to their youngsters to play cricket by providing them cricket ground facilities. We have been asking for same support for last 6 years. I'm sure, like me, many of you would also feel proud when one of Bakersfield players gets selected in our USA cricket team to represent our nation in a Cricket World Cup. Today, cricket is the second most popular sport in the world. Our local players have to travel hundreds of miles in order to participate in different leagues and tournaments in California, which is very time-consuming and expensive. Nearest cricket ground to Bakersfield is over 120 miles, and yet every week our Bakersfield youngsters with their parents travel that far to play and get cricket coaching. It is because of these very reasons that majority of youngsters don't get a chance to play or participate in various leagues tournaments.
Mr. Singh, your time is up. Would you please bring your comments to a close?
Okay. If we can get allocation of 2 cricket fields here, then we can start various leagues and tournaments here in Bakersfield and invite teams from other cities to come and play here. Your sport would encourage many of our youngsters to enjoy world's second most popular sport close to their homes.
Thank you, Mr. Singh.
Thank you.
Thank you. And now, next public speaker, please.
Paul Linfesti.
Paul Linfesti, now in Ward 1. I just wanted to give a thanks. Last meeting, I called attention to, I thought there was not a good description of when each meeting was being held out for the full year or a special calendar. It was taken care of very quickly, and I just want to give a great shout out. I think that shows a very efficient ground. I also want to thank Mayor Karen Go, for her reminder at the beginning for civility at the meetings. I think it would be a lot better if other public entities in Kern County use you as a model for what they should say at the beginning of the meeting. I think it would make things a lot smoother. It certainly has helped here at these meetings. So I just want to thank you all on that, and hope everyone has happy holidays. Congratulations to the new member of the dais, and also the re-election of the other ones. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Linfisti. Next speaker, please.
Mayor Go, that was our final speaker.
Thank you. And now, Madam Clerk, next item, please.
New business item 6A, election of vice mayor.
Thank you. And at this time, I'll take nominations for vice mayor. Councilmember Arias.
Thank you, Mayor. It is my distinct honor to nominate a good colleague and a true champion for East Bakersfield and downtown Bakersfield, my good friend, Councilmember Andre Gonzalez, for the position of Vice Mayor.
Thank you, Councilmember Arias. Councilmember Gray.
And it would be my distinct honor to nominate my colleague, Bruce Freeman, who has served this city well. He is well educated, he's experienced, he understands what it takes to run a city, to plan for development, and so I would be honored to nominate Bruce Freeman.
Thank you, Councilmember Gray. Are there any other nominations? Seeing none, we'll take Councilmember Gray's first. We always take the second one first, and so council members, you have a motion or you have a nomination, and we would ask you at this point to, City Clerk, are you prepared for this? Do we need a little bit more time? You have it? All right, would you please cast your votes? This is on Councilmember Gray's nomination.
Motion fails with Councilmember Weir absent and Council members Arias, Gonzalez, Smith, and Kaur voting no.
Thank you, City Clerk. And so now we will take Councilmember Arias's motion. Would you please cast your votes?
Motion is approved with Councilmember Weir absent and Councilmember, oh.
Thank you very much. So congratulations to Councilmember Gonzalez, Vice Mayor. And now, I don't know whether, are we set up technology-wise if he moves? Okay. Why don't you just stay right there? All right, next item, please. Well, we'll do it at the next meeting. It just takes a little technology change. All right, next item, please.
Appointments number, item 7A, one appointment at large to the Metropolitan Bakersfield Habitat Conservation Plan Trust Group due to the term expiration of Ian Journey. One application for appointment has been received from Ian Journey.
Thank you. Vice Mayor, motion?
A motion to appoint Ian Journey.
You have a motion, please cast your votes.
Motion is approved with Councilmember Weir absent.
Thank you. And now, next appointment, please.
Appointments item 7B, one appointment at large to the Fire Department Civil Service Board due to the term expiration of Thomas W. Edmonds. Term expires December 31st, 2022. Two applications for appointment have been received, one from Thomas Edmonds and another from Corey Camp.
Thank you. So now, as the city clerk provides ballots to the council, I'd like to clarify the voting process for you. Although the council will use ballots, the outcome of the vote will be made public by the clerk. Based on these results, the council will then make the appropriate motion regarding each appointment. Following the council meeting, the individual ballots will be available for public review in the city clerk's office. And council members, just remember to put your name on that and then just pass it towards the middle. Fold your ballots and then just pass to the middle. Oh, just your ward. Sorry, just your ward number. We just want to make sure we have all of them. We'll just wait a minute while the votes are being tabulated.
Mayor Go, Thomas Edmonds has the majority vote at 6 votes.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edmonds, for your willingness to serve, and congratulations. Now, next appointment, please. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Mayor,
yes, that's Vice Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll make a motion to appoint Thomas Edmonds to the Fire Department Civil Service Board.
You have a motion, please cast your votes. Mayor's asleep.
Motion is approved with Councilmember Weir absent.
Thank you. And now, next appointment, please.
One appointment at large to the Police Department Civil Service Board due to the expiration of term of Kathleen Thompson. Term expires December 31st, 2022. 3 applications of appointment have been received from Kathleen Thompson, Kevin Oliver, and Corey Camp.
Again, the city clerk will provide ballots to the council. Although the council will use ballots, the outcome of the vote will be made public by the clerk. Based on these results, the council will then make the appropriate motion regarding each appointment. And following the council meeting, the individual ballots will be available for public review in the city clerk's office.
Mayor Go, we have a tie with 3 votes total for Thompson and 3 votes for Camp. Oliver received 0 votes.
Madam City Attorney?
I'm sorry,
we
City
vote?
Clerk, did you say that someone received 0 votes?
Correct.
So
we-
there's a tie. Mayor, you have to break the tie, please.
Yes. And I will, the incumbent is Ms. Thompson, and I will vote for her. Vice Mayor?
Mayor, I move to appoint Kathleen Thompson to the Police Department Civil Service Board.
You have a motion? Please cast your votes.
Motion is approved with Councilmember Weir absent.
Thank you, and thank you very much, Ms. Thompson, for your service. I've heard that you have been serving well, so we appreciate your service and your continued service. Next appointment, please.
1 appointment at large to the Miscellaneous Department Civil Service Board due to the term expiration of Roy Meyer. Term expires December 31st, 2022. 1 application for appointment has been received from James G. Hay.
Thank you, Madam City Clerk. Vice Mayor.
Mayor, I'd like to appoint or nominate, I'd like to make a motion to approve the appointment of Mr. James Hay to the Miscellaneous Department Civil Service Board.
Thank you. You have a motion. Please cast your votes.
Motion is approved with Councilmember Weir absent.
Thank you, and thank you, Mr. Hay, for your willingness to serve, and we appreciate it. Next item, please.
Consent calendar items 8A through 8BQ for approval. A staff memorandum has been provided to council correcting the minutes, item 8A, and another staff memorandum was provided for item 8R, correcting a Scrivener's error.
Thank you, Vice Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. Does any council member wish to recuse themselves from any item? Are there any consent calendar items a council member wishes to pull at this time? Seeing none, I make a motion to approve consent calendar items 8A through 8BQ I make the motion to approve consent calendar items 8A through 8BQ.
Thank you. You have a motion. Please cast your votes.
Motion is approved with Councilmember Weir absent.
Thank you very much. And now it's time for the consent calendar hearings. The purpose of this section is to vote on all of the items listed under consent calendar hearing in one motion without further comment. If anyone would like to speak on any of this hearing items listed, the item must be removed from this portion of the agenda. If an item is removed, it will be placed at the end of the regular public hearings portion of the meeting. And at this time, I'll open consent calendar public hearing items 9A and 9B. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to request that the hearing item be removed from the consent calendar? If so, please come forward. This isn't the time to take testimony, only to remove the matter from the consent calendar hearing. Seeing none, does any council member wish to remove an item from the consent calendar hearing? Seeing none at this time, consent calendar public hearing items 9A through B is closed. Vice Mayor?
I make a motion to approve consent calendar hearing items 9A and 9B.
You have a motion. Please cast your votes.
Motion is approved with Councilmember Weir absent.
Thank you. Madam Clerk? Next item, please.
Council and mayor statements.
Thank you. Councilmember Gonzalez, Vice Mayor.
I'll refrain until my colleagues speak, please.
Councilmember Freeman.
Thank you, Mayor. Well, I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday. And second, I want to congratulate my colleague, Andre Gonzalez, and Vice Mayor, and let's go get him next year, next 2 years.
Thank you, Councilmember Freeman. Councilmember Gray.
Well, first of all, I'd like to do the same thing to congratulate my new colleague here to my left, and then Eric also, Bob, and Ken, which I'm so sorry he's not here tonight with us. I do want to bring to attention a wonderful event that took place this last weekend. The city of Bakersfield deeded some property to the World War II Memorial, and the committee that put that together, that beautiful monument, and rolled out the to honor our World War II vets was just absolutely overwhelming. They literally received the red carpet treatment. So I want to say thank you to the city that we all could come into agreement and give up that piece of property so that our World War II vets, we're losing them by the thousands now, and there's very few left. My father, who is 102 years of age and a naval officer, he was actually able to attend and be honored, and it was a blessing for all. So again, I want to commend my colleagues for approving that, and the committee members and volunteers of our city that honor our veterans in so many different ways. I just want to say thank you. We have a amazing city, so God bless each one of them. I did notice while I was at Jastrow Park that there are needed repairs to that stage, the pergola or whatever we call it. The paint is peeling and the cement is deteriorated, and I think now with the Korean Memorial, the World War II Memorial, we need to do something about that. So I would refer that to staff, if you could look into that. Let's see what we can do to bring that up to date now, because we have a beautiful, beautiful place for our, and every time I've driven by there in the last week, there are people parking their cars and at that memorial reading all those inscriptions. So I would really encourage other members of our city, citizens to go by and see that. So anyway, thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember.
And a very Merry Christmas to everyone.
Thank you, Councilmember Gray. Councilmember Smith.
Mr. Clegg, I think he had a comment regarding the park.
Appreciate that opportunity, Councilmember. Correct. Councilmember Gray, thank you for that comment and referral, and a couple of comments on that. First, I would reiterate, every time I go by, there is someone at the new memorial. Also, we have previously budgeted funds for the rehabilitation of the Jastrow stage. That's been budgeted in our CIP. It's taking a little bit longer because it's such a unique historic structure. But I would take the opportunity to note that we may come back to council to need to allocate additional funds because that's been budgeted for about the past 2 years. And again, you've seen many of those construction costs increase. And as we're getting into the historic nature of how to remake those balustrades that are, in place concrete, it's challenging to make it look a match with the historic nature of that. So it is in the works, but we may need to come back and adjust the budget for that, and we'll take that referral as to continue to do that work and bring that up in our budgeting process at the mid-year or the new fiscal year for whatever adjustments we may need.
Thank you.
Now,
Councilmember
Councilmember Smith.
2 comments. One, I seen on the city posted yesterday that we opened the new bike path at Stockdale Ranch, 2.5 miles of brand new bike path that ties into our Kern River Parkway, and that was in Ward 4, but I'll give it to Ward 5, and Councilmember Freeman, take good care of it. It's a great facility, and will serve the citizens well. On that traffic, the not so good news is I had staff give me the last 5 years of traffic fatalities, and it is on an drastic upward swing. In 2018, we had 27, 2019, 31, 2020, 45, 2021, 55, and this year so far, 57. Those tragic, violent deaths on our streets is increasing at a rate that is unacceptable. And so I hope to focus on traffic safety this coming term. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Smith. Councilmember Arias.
I want to thank Councilmember Smith for bringing that up and shedding light on those challenges. It is no secret to the public or to us on the dais that the city of Bakersfield could do a lot better to improve the safety for pedestrians, for folks who are biking to and from work, biking to and from school, to grab groceries for the family. In addition to that, we know that we need some real improvement and potentially an overhaul on the public transportation system here in our city. We are rapidly growing, and we need additional access, safe opportunities to get to and from wherever it is that we need to go. So with that, I would actually like to make a formal request of now Vice Mayor Andre Gonzalez that we establish an ad hoc committee on multimodal transportation. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Arias. Vice Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to begin tonight by congratulating my colleagues on their reelection, Council Members Arias and Smith. It was noted earlier that both of you ran unopposed, and I do believe that is a testament to your leadership and the responsiveness that you both practice every day in your respective wards, how you work with staff and how you articulate your vision for not only your wards but also the entire city is not lost on me, and I appreciate all of your contributions and look forward to working with you both for the next few years. Congratulations. And to my new colleague, Councilwoman Kaur, congratulations. I had the honor of working with you in your campaign, and want to say that I've been moved and impressed by your intellect, by your strength in throughout the campaign as demonstrated, your care for others, and your vision for our city in the future. But beyond all of that, I've just been so impressed with how well you connect with our young people in the city of Bakersfield, and how much you've inspired so many young people. Many occasions I've had an opportunity to walk a few steps behind you, and I would often hear from little girls, "Is that Manpreet Kaur? Is that Manpreet? Look, there's Manpreet Kaur." And the excitement, the enthusiasm that they exhibit when they see you is moving. And so I think you provide this council a link that is special, especially to our young people in the community. So thank you. Welcome to the dais. Welcome to the City Council. I look forward to working with you. I want to thank all of you on the dais for electing me as the Vice Mayor. Thank you for your vote of confidence and an opportunity to provide some leadership to the council over the next 2 years. The truth is, I love the city of Bakersfield, and I love what we're doing as a city council, and I love being part of this body, and I look forward to working side by side with all of you in the future. We do have some work to do, and so I'd like to make a few referrals tonight, if I may. Number one is we have talked a lot about our city council goals. And we have been refining those goals, defining objectives and metrics that help us measure our progress towards those goals. I think now that we have a new council, it is important for us to get back together and to revisit those goals, listen to each council member as to what their priorities are for their respective wards and for the city, and have a real deep conversation about where we're headed over the next year and 2 years. And so I'd like to ask Mr. Clegg and your team to establish and schedule a council workshop, goal-setting workshop within the next 60 days. I'd also like to thank Councilmember Arias for his recommendation tonight regarding an ad hoc committee. And so I'd like to establish officially an ad hoc committee to address multimodal transportation and traffic safety tonight. And I'm appointing Councilman Eric Arias as the chair of that ad hoc committee, along with Councilman Bob Smith and Councilwoman Manpreet Kaur as committee members. And I'm asking staff and the committee members and committee chair to establish a first meeting before our February 8th council meeting. And then finally tonight, Councilmember Chris Parlier has left a long legacy of many accomplishments and many items that are still unfinished, including one of his referrals regarding the city charter. He had made a referral regarding the city charter, establishing a city charter review commission. So I'd like staff to agendize this item for an upcoming council meeting in January for the council to review staff's analysis and to take action. I'd also like to ask that staff work with our consultant, Moss Adams, on amending our existing contract for services to include a comparative analysis of the city's charter against charters of our benchmark cities, with a particular focus on Article 3, the legislative department. Those are my referrals. And then finally, I just want to make a comment. Councilwoman Gray mentioned it, but the World War II memorial unveiling ceremony was a very special moment for the city of Bakersfield. It was beautiful to see so many World War II veterans from our local community. I was so impressed, including Councilwoman, your father, who I just love. I wish I could adopt him as my own father. He's just a wonderful, gregarious man and so warm and kind to me. And I just always enjoy seeing him. And certainly it was just a very special moment to see so many of our veterans honored in a very special way. And I'm so proud of our city that we were able to do this. And I hope that we're able to maintain it with all of our memorials for years to come. And I know we will. So thank you, colleagues, all of you, for the support in that particular effort. With that, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Look forward to working with you in 2023.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Don't see any other requests. Welcome. We're so glad to have you join the team, Councilmember Kaur. Look forward to working with you. And then to Councilmember Arias, Councilmember Smith, and to Councilmember Weir, welcome back. Great to continue working together with you. Earlier, we had somebody in attendance, and I was not made aware of her attendance until the installation ceremony was over. We had Abigail Solis from the governor's office here, and so Ms. Solis, just want to thank you for being here. Really appreciate your joining us on this very important night. The World War II Veterans Memorial was wonderful. There was also another ceremony that was so impactful this week, and our city now has a Kern County Holocaust Memorial composed of 6 million buttons in memory of the 6 million individuals who were tragically killed. And each of those buttons, being different, represents the variety of people, each individual. And I would just encourage you to all visit the Chabad of Bakersfield. Thank you so much to Rabbi Schlinger and to Esther Schlanger for your leadership. It's not easy to put together 6 million buttons. It's really very beautiful, and we want to thank you. And I look forward now to celebrating Hanukkah, and we'll be doing the menorah lighting very soon, actually this weekend. And so to all of my colleagues, thank you for your service. To all of our wonderful citizens out there, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and at this point, we stand adjourned, 7:02.